welcome to the Game Plan Show. I'm your host, Chim Sumuko, and it's my job to make sure you're up to speed on how the game plan works. So here's a refresher course. Each of our contestants get 2.5 minutes to pitch their business proposal to the bench, as well as answer follow-up questions from our judges. As they pitch, the contestants are scored by the judges. These scores are later used to determine the top and bottom 10. The judges then go about deciding who makes it to the top 5 before placing them on the list from 5th to 1st, resulting in the selection of this year's Nyamuka Zambia Business Plan Competition winner. And that's how it's done. We still have quite a few proposals to get through as our contestants make a bid for that 250,000 kwacha grand prize.
I have a great idea, and that is about producing and selling moringa leaf powder. So I'm very excited about it, and I want to spread the good news so that many people can benefit in their health, in their nutrition. My business and passion is to produce moringa powder for health and nutritional purposes. When I win the 250,000 kwacha, I plan to buy processing and packaging equipment. This is a profitable and sustainable business, and I'm so thankful that Nyamuka Zambia decided to support it, to take me to the next level.
Thank you for your pitch. The judges will go ahead and ask you some questions. Judge Regina?
Thank you. In your business plan, you've talked about outsourcing and involving outgrowers. Tell me, why should the outgrowers sell to you, and how exactly are you going to work with them?
I'm going to work with them through, first of all, providing them with seedlings, after educating them what moringa is all about. And then once they grow the product, then I'll buy it from them and process it for sale.
If I can ask, on your financials, your return on capital, I don't know if it's a mistake, it's showing 0.97. Is that 0.97% or 97%?
Okay, because what I remember is to produce a kilo of a packet of moringa sachet, it costs me 2 kwacha 40. And I'm able to sell that at 10 kwacha.
Are you producing now?
I am.
And who are your current off-takers?
The current off-takers are some of the shops in Kalingalinga, Melissa, and also private or personal customers through word of mouth.
I don't see how this will be sustainable in the long run, because most of the people I see in the market are now starting to grow their own moringa trees at the backyard or in their farms. When they want to take moringa, they just go to the backyard and pluck a few leaves and put them in the food or their tea. We
shall definitely survive. Already I have a standing order for 2 tons this year and 5 tons next year. So this encourages us that there's a market.
I've also noticed that in your business plan, you don't have any salaries in Q1. How come?
Well, we are doing it as a family for the time being. You know, we are still in that stage where we are seeing how the business is going.
Okay, thank you.
So nobody's even paid.
Thank you for your presentation, judges. I'm going to have to cut your time. You may leave the stage. Thank you for your pitch.
Thank you very much.
All right, well, your pitch is all about health. You think it was healthy enough to convince the judges?
I believe so.
All right.
I tried to explain.
Do you think they're fair?
I think they're fair.
You didn't struggle?
Well, I struggled with one question, but a minor one.
Okay, so still confident?
Very confident.
I like that, I like that. Well, Deborah, we shall see how you fare, and best of luck.
Thank you very much.
All right.
I believe I've got it. Thank you.
I believe my idea is very viable, as it will offer an opportunity to a lot of young students out there in universities and colleges who struggle with their studies and just need that extra assistance just to make it. My business is tutoring services. I've been offering academic assistance successfully to University of Zambia students in natural sciences, engineering, and economics. I've actually attracted demand for my services from students in other institutions like University of Lusaka and Evelyn Horn. I plan to increase access of my services to the students by setting up a tuition academy. Our plan to do this is to engage the learning institutions by getting into partnerships where the institutions can refer their students to us, who offer them lessons throughout the course of the year. and we offer them assistance in terms of study guides as well as preparing for exams. Now, in order for us to do this, we need to guarantee quality. The institutions are established institutions. They can't send their students to us unless our services are high quality. So to achieve that, we invest a lot in hiring and training of tutors. We have plans to establish a website where our students can access our content remotely at their own convenience. I believe my business is very viable in the education sector where demand is ever increasing, and it will have a positive impact on the lives of many young students out there who struggle with their studies because maybe the assistance they get from our institutions may not be sufficient and so on. That is my business in a nutshell. Thank you.
Thank you, Isaac. My concern is I'm not sure what is innovative about your business. You're basically setting up a university to teach university students. So you're just kind of a supplementary sort of program, but you're also creating your own university.
Okay, so the idea behind the tutoring service is that there are thousands of students who struggle with their studies. So our main area of business, of course, will be offering additional tuitions. There will be one-on-one sessions. And of course, there will also be group tutoring sessions because students prefer this. From my experience so far, they prefer this because of the decreased economic costs. So mostly it's tutoring services. We won't be really a university. We'll focus on that. But we want to access these distance learning students.
Is it some way self-defeating? I mean, the education program is that the percentage of students get certain grades. Now, the more students you have, and then obviously the guaranteed success, you're going to almost compete your students against each other.
Okay, our plan to tackle that is when we set up our academy, we'll be offering our sessions throughout the course of the day, meaning that at any particular time of the day, we won't actually be having a lot of students at the institution. We'll just be having a few students here and there, making sure that the service that we
Isaac.
offer...
I have to stop you here.
Okay,
Judges, thank you for the questions. You may leave the room now. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Isaac, so what's the experience like? What was it standing in front of those judges?
Okay, it was a bit nerve-wracking, but I believe I did my pitch exactly the way I wanted to. Thank you. So I hope it gets the right effect on the judges.
All right, well, the pitch went how you wanted it to. Hopefully, the result also goes how you'd like it to. So good luck. Isaac, you came, you saw, and hopefully conquered. But we won't know for sure until the scores are tallied. You see, once all the contestants have pitched, the judges will tally their scores and use them to separate the bottom 10 from the top 10. The judges will then deliberate and decide who makes it to the top 5 and ultimately select this year's Nyamuka Zambia Grand Prize winner. So which of these entrepreneurs will make it to the top? Well, we'll just have to keep watching to find out. When we get back from the break, we introduce you to an entrepreneur who will make relocating more convenient, as well as another moringa processing aspirant. All this and more right after the break.
Nyamuka Zambia.
Success is measured in many ways. Which bank you choose for your business is one of them. Whether you're already established or can see the potential of what could be one day, Barclays Business Banking understands where you want to take your business and what is needed to get you there. A dedicated partner, committed to opening doors to growth and success at every stage of your business journey. Open doors. Prosper.
4G is here! Upgrade to Zambia's fastest 4G network today. Visit an MTN service center to pick up your 4G SIM card now and get 1 gigabyte data free.
Nyamuka Zambia.
Up next is an entrepreneur hoping to address Zambia's fish production deficit. It's Lusaka resident Epini Shitambuli.
My name is Ipini. My business idea is catch culture, a very exciting way of fish farming, cost effective, and I believe it would bring a lot of change in the Zambian fish industry. Now, cage culture is the rearing of fish on floating cages that are placed on large water bodies like rivers or lakes. I'm here requesting for 250,000 kwacha to help start up our business. which will be mainly used for cage construction, feed making equipment and ingredients, as well as baby fish, among others. Now, the advantage of this type of fish farming is that you can stock large quantities of fish in one cage. We intend to start with 6 cages that are going to be placed on an already approved site on Lake Kariba in Siavonga, which will yield up to about 4,500 kgs, and we intend to grow production, of course, from 4,500 kgs of fish per month to about 32,000 kgs of fish.
You mentioned that part of your strategy is to repossess existing cages. Why aren't those cages being used? And if the business for those cages is not sustainable, how come you're going to be able to convert it to something which is going to be sustainable?
Okay, the cages that we are going to go for are not actually in use because most of the women clubs are unable to start their businesses, so they would rather rent the cages out, and we've taken advantage of that. Reason being, it takes about 4 to 5 months to get authorization for your own space for the cages.
Your mode of transportation of the fish from Siavonga to Lusaka is a cause for concern for me. You had indicated, I think, a motorbike with a trailer. How will that work?
Okay, these are special types of motorbikes. They are specifically designed to carry heavy load.
Won't that limit the quantity of fish that you can take at any time?
No, because what we intend to is carry about 300 kgs at a time from our point of production to our point of sales.
You're not in this business at the moment?
No, we are a startup.
Okay, so you don't have experience in this business, and your personal commitment from the financials is very, very low. You just want to put 15,000 kwacha of your own money. So how can the investors be comfortable to invest in your business, which is already overcrowded because there are so many fish farmers out there?
Okay, I'll be very frank with that. When it comes to finances, we try to put in what we have at the moment, but when we have more, we'll definitely push in more.
Thank you for your pitch. You may leave the room now. Thank you.
Epini, you've made it this far, but are you going to go the distance? Are you going to be the new winner for this year's Nyamuka business plan?
I'm hoping so. I'm praying that it does happen like that.
Okay, and if it does, why do you think it will?
The business plan is very exciting. And I hope the judges find it as exciting as I find it.
All right, well, you're excited, hopefully they're excited, and hopefully you're a winner as well.
Yes.
Epini, congratulations on making it this far, and all the best. We still have quite a few proposals to get through as our contestants make a bid for that 250,000 kwacha grand prize. Going up before the bench now is Kabwe-based civil engineer, Obert Kasemuka.
I'm excited about my business idea because there's a huge demand for village chicken out there. However, this opportunity hasn't been exploited. My plan is to supply village chicken on a commercial level by supplying it as a dressed packaged chicken. As you may be aware, the demand for village chicken is quite high, and this is still growing as the trends in the eating habits are now inclined towards healthy foods. However, the supply is a little bit limited. This presents an opportunity for me to exploit the opportunity by growing the village chickens rather, on a commercial level and be able to supply it through chain stores and supermarket, making it easily accessible and available for the consumers. Imagine the day you're going to walk into ShopRite, Pick and Pay, or any other supermarket or chain store be able to buy a branded chicken.
Your time is up. Thank you. Judges, over to you. Judge
you need the 442,500 as capital injection for this business. Nyamuka, if you win, will give you 250,000. That leaves you with a deficit of 192,500. Again, in your books, there's nowhere where it shows where you are going to get this money. You are not running a business right now. There's no bank loan provided for.
If you check nicely in my plan, you find that I've stated somewhere part of that money, which is taking it to that much of the capital cost, it's the land which I already have, and the housing for the workers, which I already have. And additionally, there's a small money which I've added in there, which I'm going to get either through the bank loan. In that, I've planned for a bank loan, but there are some more people who are willing to invest in my business, provided I win this prize money.
You've priced in your end product price at 48 and 55, but how are you going to manage the volatility in feed price to manage the margin?
I'll be making my own feed on the farm, and these chickens will be run on a semi-intensive system in which I give them chance to scavenge around the area in which I'm going to fence the chickens.
Obert, my understanding of a village chicken is that it's a rare organic one. That's very unfair.
Cut you off. Obert, time is up, and the judges' time is up as well. Thank you very much. You may leave the stage now.
Obert, is your chicken business proposal good enough to hatch a winning proposal to the judges?
I think it's excellent. Actually, feels like it's a great day to make a 250,000 kwacha.
Ooh, all right. Well, there's never a bad day for that, but we'll find out if it's a good enough pitch. So all the best.
Thank you.
All right. Up next, hoping he walks away with the grand prize of 250,000 kwacha. Here's Godfrey Capito with his proposal.
Why I'm excited about my business idea is that I've always been excited about making a difference to the environment as well as the Zambian economy. So I'm excited about a business idea that's going to use less water, produce cleaner and healthier foods, while also making a difference on the Zambian economy. Aquaponics is a 2,500-year-old farming method which combines aquaculture, which is raising of fish, and hydroponics, which is soilless growing of plants. The system is such that the fish waste provides nutrients for the vegetables, while the vegetables purify the water, which in turn provides a conducive living environment for the fish. Our intended fish to raise in the beginning is tilapia fish, supporting it with vegetables like cabbage and lettuce. Our market for the fish, we intend to target the Zambian market, which has a 35,000 metric ton deficit of fish per year, while for the vegetables, we intend to sell 60% of our vegetables on the Zambian market and 40% on the export market into the Democratic Republic of Congo and Angola. And to overcome the competition, we have one key competitive advantage, which is that we use aquaponics. Aquaponics produces cleaner and healthier foods from smaller spaces in large multitudes. Also, we use 95% less water. The major challenges that we would face in aquaponics is that of electricity. And to overcome this challenge, we intend to build our own mini hydroelectric plant, which shall produce enough electricity to power up our systems. And this is our business. Thank you very much.
Godfrey, I can't really see the link between the fish and the vegetables. I mean, how do you supply the fish waste? I mean, how do they get into the vegetable business?
We're using a recirculating water system where we have the water coming from the fish recirculates through our filter into the vegetables. It is using pumps and then just flows back into the fish from the vegetables after being purified.
Did you Google this business plan?
No, it's a business plan.
Have you any experience in this?
I started practicing with aquaponics about 2 years ago. We had a failure.
What have you produced?
Say that again.
What have you produced?
We produced tilapia fish and we did
what tonnage?
Lettuce. Challenges we faced was that in our first year, in our first experience, we lost our fish, all of it. And later on, we had another challenge, which was that we found electricity to be a challenge. The load shedding also affected our crop as well as the fish, because a little less electricity.
What's going to be different now? If you lost your fish, why? And what's going to be different around the power? What plan do you have?
We have managed to come up with a system that works for aquaponics, and we have also come up with a system where we're going to build our own electricity, which shall be consistent.
Godfrey, thank you for your pitch, and judges, thank you for your questions. You may now leave the room. Thank you.
So Godfrey, you've obviously done well enough to get this far, but what was the experience like with the judges?
It was scary. I thought I was handling it well up until the last question rather.
Okay, Okay, well, we'll see if you were steady enough to actually walk away as the winner. Best of luck, Godfrey.
Thank you.
All right. So, Godfrey, let's find out if he's done enough to convince the judges that he belongs in the top 5. All the best to him. Up next, we have one of our youngest contestants today, 21-year-old John Nyangu, who counts local motivational speaker Chibamba Kanyama as one of his inspirations.
My business idea is cultivation of cucumber for sale, and part of it to be processed into skin lotion. What inspired me to come up with this idea was I've always had a problem with my skin. So in the long run, I wanted to help myself and also help others like me. Startup, my business is cultivation of cucumber on a large scale, of which 75% is going to be sold as food and 25% is going to be processed into cosmetics. It is in 2 phases, therefore it will have 2 different pools of income. I'm asking 250,000 kwacha from Nyamuka for capital machinery, initial raw materials, as well as build an operating plant. It has been my dream to develop a business that is profitable, sustainable, and at the same time, help out people with different skin problems, just like I used to have. My initial target market is Lusaka through supermarkets, and my customer profile is middle to high income business houses. The market for cucumber is widely untapped, meaning there is more than enough room for new farmers to sell their produce without struggle. The cost of making lotion is very low, but with huge returns, and in this case, my gross profit being at 76% and net profit being at 63%, which is way too profitable. I, John Nyangu, believe on a certain philosophy that with the right support, whatever is made in Asia, Europe, or America can also be made right here in Zambia. Thank you.
Thank you, John. Judges, over to you.
What is your target market, and have you done research, and what's the size of the market in numeric terms, not percentages?
Okay. The size of the market is huge, like 80%.
Not percentage,
not
give me the numbers.
Okay.
What segment of the market are you targeting, and how many customers do you intend to sell the product?
My target customers are those people that are in the age group of 12 to about 30 something. Yeah,
and for that target market, yes. One of the threats you have pointed out is the lotion reacting negatively to customers. What research have you done to make sure that there is no negative reaction?
Yes. I've done my research. There are no long-term, no short-term negative effects on the cucumber lotion.
Any medical personnel involved in that research?
Zambia Medicines Regulatory Authority. Right now, as we speak, I'm waiting for a letter from their director to advise me on how to go about the industry.
Okay, John, thank you very much for your pitch. Judges, thank you for those questions. You may now leave the room.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So your business idea has to do with skincare. Was your skin thick enough to withstand the judges' question?
Well, yeah, it was. It was nerve-wracking, but I thought the judges were a bit harsh, but yeah, to my surprise, it was totally different. So I killed it. I'm happy, but I'm also sweaty, as you can see. Yeah, but
all right. Yeah. Well, best of luck, and time will tell if you are the overall winner.
Thank you.
I'm sure people with sensitive skin are eager for John's idea to succeed, so all the best. Right now, it's time for a break. We'll be right back.
Nyamuka Zambia.
4G is here! Upgrade to Zambia's fastest 4G network today. Visit an MTN service center to pick up your 4G SIM card now and get 1 gigabyte data free.
Ours is a tale of a remarkable journey embarked on to meet the needs of an ever-changing society. From the exhilaration of launching Zambia's first ATMs in 1993 to the jubilation of community banking in 1997, Zanaco's checklist of firsts exhibits our commitment to better banking solutions. First mobile banking services, first online real-time banking, first group scheme loans, first indigenously owned bank, Throughout this journey, our purpose has remained the same: to empower you. We are the People's Bank. Zanaco. Big, strong, reliable.
Nyamuka Zambia.
Welcome back to the Game Plan Show. If you are joining us for the first time, this is a show that helps aspiring entrepreneurs achieve their funding goals. With the help of the Nyamuka Zambia program, 20 lucky contestants receive funding ranging from 75,000 kwacha to 250,000 kwacha, with the total prize money coming up to 2 million kwacha. Striving to get the lion's share of this funding is Moringa processing aspirant Lunga Situmbeko. Let's see how she fares with the judges.
What inspired my business idea was working with small-scale farmers who actually use moringa to feed their livestock and also use it in their own households. I took time to use moringa myself, and I saw differences in my hair texture, in my nails, simple things like that, and the idea that it could make a difference in a whole lot more people's lives as well. I'm here today to ask for the top prize of 250,000 kwacha in order to set up a moringa processing factory in Batoka from scratch. More than 1 in every 3 Zambians is currently classified as being undernourished. Our business idea seeks to tackle this problem by providing a cheap, easy to use, highly nutritious product in form of moringa powder and moringa tea bags in our first year of production. Our customer profile is huge. Think of mothers with infants and young children. Think of people living with diabetes, autoimmune diseases, immune deficiency diseases. Think of anyone trying to lose weight but trying to maintain their health while they're at it. 3 to 5 years down the line, we intend to diversify our line of products to include things like moringa honey, capsules, moringa seed and oil from the seed, and one of my favorites, moringa fortified infant cereal. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your time.
Okay, thank you, Lunga. I will ask Judge Charles to start.
Lunga, at the moment, I mean, moringa is the fad and the sort of, the top good for you health food. You're gearing your whole industry around it. But what happens next month when something else becomes the best and the most favorable?
I sort of think of it as soya. It won't go out of style. I mean, if you think 20 years down in the past, soya was being promoted as the superfood, and even now it's still relevant because of the high nutritional profile that it offers. That's how I think of moringa. It just can't go out of style.
Thank you, Lunga.
Yes.
Are those products from your current production?
Yes, but these are from my kitchen and not a factory.
What experience do you have of producing on a large scale?
So I work for an agricultural research trust. We've done trials with small-scale farmers, and I think the experience that I've gained working with a large number of farmers, so we're talking about over 1,000 farmers with different dairy cooperatives throughout Southern Province. I think the experience that I've gained working with those farmers over 10 years would put me in good stead to do something like this. It's not the same, but
that is more like the supply side.
Yes.
At least on the manufacturing side.
In terms of manufacturing, I don't have the experience, but I'm quick to learn, and I have quite a large pool of people who do have the experience.
Judges, your time is up, and thank you for your presentation.
Thank you.
You may now leave the room. Thank you.
So Lunga, your business proposal is all about health. Was that a healthy enough pitch that you put to the judges?
I think I delivered. I really do.
Anything you found hard?
Yes, the questions were flying thick and fast. I was not expecting that at all.
Okay, well, let the flying continue so that you end up all the way at the top. Best of luck.
Thank you.
All right. Well, we wish her all the best, and we look forward to her bringing economic diversification to Batoka and Choma. So our next contestant is taking advantage of the expansion of the ICT sector. Here's e-commerce entrepreneur Temwaninji Gondwe.
What excites me about my idea is the fact that it will lead to a better way of doing business for farmers especially. And as a whole, it will lead to to an increase in the food basket of Zambia.
Our business model, called the market linkage system, will develop a technological mobile trading platform that will address the direct access of market for rural livestock small-scale farmers in Zambia. Our business model will partner with the Ministry of Livestock and Fisheries, as well as farmer cooperatives in local targeted areas. Under phase 1, we'll look at goats, and our supply area will be Mumba district. For our buying area, we'll look at Lusaka, which has a population of 300 people and a total consumption size of about 750,000 kilograms of goat meat per annum. Our money will be made through the differences in unit margins that will be transacted on our platform.
Thank you. Your time is up. I'll hand over to the judges. Questions for this contestant?
Yeah. Sorry. You're targeting the rural market, the rural farmers, and this internet-based platform. Now look at the internet penetration in the rural areas is quite low, less than 5%. And also the access to high-speed internet is not readily available in the rural areas. To access websites, you need the very fast internet. And also the rural farmers, goat farmers, how will they afford to pay for fast internet when it's available?
That's for you to answer, Mr. MTN.
Well, our technological platform is actually in 3 modes. We'll have the internet aspect, that's internet-enabled smartphones. Then we'll also have an application, a mobile application, as well as a hotline. So for areas that don't have good reception of internet service, most likely we'll engage the hotline service.
Temwaninge, I'm confused about your product. At one point you are saying that you want to provide the farmers access to the market. And at the same time you're talking about buying the goats from the farmers. Which is which?
Well, ours basically is a marketing platform per se. The aspect of buying goats will actually is more or less like a reserve. This is targeted for those large-scale buyers who in most cases offer a 30 to 60
So then in short, are you saying then that you're going to be a broker and not play any part at all in a settlement?
We'll basically facilitate trade through our platform, and will not necessarily.
Okay, thank you very much. Your time is up, judges. Thank you for your pitch. You may now leave the room.
ICT can be competitive, but do you think you've nailed the competition with the judges this time round?
I'm sure I have, depending on basically based on what I presented. Just the fact that I'm able to provide a technological platform that will enhance the way of doing business for farmers in rural areas.
All right, well, we're wishing you all the best.
Thank you.
All right. At this point, we have seen quite a few contestants make their pitch, but we still have a lot more to go before the judges can go about selecting who makes it to the top 5. Will our next contestants make the cut? We'll just have to wait and see if relocation expert Chenge Tanya is able to wow the judges. Chenge, all the best.
My idea was inspired by the fact that we always get these questions of, do you have a number for a real estate agent? Do you have a number for an immigration agent? Can I bring my pet into Zambia when I'm coming? Can I drive all the way from South Africa? How easy is it for me to just convert my car to a Zambian registration number? So all those questions sort of got me thinking, how best can you service somebody who's looking to move to Zambia? And that's sort of how Expert Relocate Zambia was born. So I'm hoping that the judges will see the potential of what the business can become. And yeah. Expert Relocate Zambia has seen an opportunity in the market where we want to offer services to expatriates who are looking to relocate to Zambia on either a permanent or temporary basis. And we're offering them basic relocation services. These range from immigration services, real estate services, house search, spouse and children relocation services as well. And over and above this, we're saying that you come to us and we're offering all these services on one platform as a one-stop shop, as opposed to you going to different agents. From a market size angle, we as Expert Zambia are looking at a market size of at least 40 multinationals that are currently operating in Zambia. Over and above this, we're looking at about 1,700 foreign companies that are registered in Zambia.
Chenge, can you tell me on the three services, Settle In, Quicker, Pack, why are you pitching it as less than a cost price? Your cost price is 2,800.
That was actually just an error on our part. The actual cost price is 1,850 and the selling price for that one is 2,500.
I mean, at the moment, you've talked about the multinationals and the foreign-owned entities. Presumably they all have HR departments, which you've listed as one of your biggest competitors.
Correct.
How are you going to compete against HR departments? And why would they pay you for that privilege?
Okay, so one of the strategies that we've taken as a company is we're not looking at HR as our competitors, but rather we want to cooperate with them. We are ones to identify that they'll be very happy to use our services in the terms that the people who are sitting in the HR offices at the end of the day do go around and they will look for a real estate agent. They will look for an immigration.
So your primary target is not so much expats, it's the internationals and foreign-owned entities.
Correct. Identifying that our end product still does end up being the expatriate.
What's your ambition in terms of market share if you think you're at 8% now?
We're really looking to grow that space because what we want to do is we have a sort of a regional outlook as well, over and above having a country perspective. But we're hoping that we'll take market share from the current HR officers that do it themselves.
Chenge, I have to stop you again. Thank you for your pitch, and judges, thank you for those questions. You may
thank you very much, judges.
Thank you.
All right, so Chenge, you had a lot to say to the judges, but do you think you've said enough to win you the grand prize?
I've said enough, not nearly enough, but I think I've said enough.
All right.
For me to win, yeah.
Okay, well, what do you think worked for you the most?
I think what worked for me is I think I know my business inside out, and I know my business plan inside out. So even when the judges raised something, I was able to defend it confidently, I think.
Okay, confident and hopefully victorious. We'll find out in a few minutes. Thanks, Chenge. Wishing her all the best. We're down to 15 contestants who have gone and met the judges, meaning 5 more to go. Have our top 5 already made their claim, or will the remaining contestants upset the order? We'll just have to wait and see. For now, time for a commercial break. Keep watching.
Nyamuka Zambia. Making your dreams come true. Yes, it is possible. Yes, it is possible. We focus on you. Together we'll go. Yes, it is possible. Our mission is to serve you. We believe that your growth is our growth. We make your dreams come true. 'Cause we believe in you.
Kavmont Bank. It's possible.
Nyamuka Zambia.
Welcome back. 15 down, 5 more to go. Unfortunately, we're out of time for today. But be sure to join us for next time when our final 5 make their plea and the judges finally select the top 5. I'm Chim Sumuko, and this has been the Game Plan Show.
Nyamuka Zambia.
The Game Plan Show is back. 20 contestants, 1 grand prize winner of 250,000 kwacha. Who will be the 2016 Nyamuka Zambia winner? Find out this Friday, 7th of October on ZMBC TV1 at 20:30 hours. The Game Plan Show, brought to you by Nyamuka Zambia and partner sponsors.
Nyamuka Zambia.